I don't know. It's a weird phenomenon. Like we truly love doing hard things, and it's a beautiful course. The people are amazing. Aravaipa never misses, and it's just a really hard course.
Welcome back to Flagstaff Bound, a special Cocodona 250 series brought to you by Distance to Empty podcast, Aravaipa Running, and in this episode in particular, the Mexican Spotted Owl of Flagstaff. I am Kevin Goldberg, host of the Distance to Empty podcast, where we dive deep into the 200-plus mile race world with races just like Cocodona 250. As always, I'm joined by everyone's favorite co-host, Peter Noyes. Today, we're talking with a friend who's near and dear to Peter and myself, Andrea Moore, multi-time Cocodona finisher and someone who knows exactly what it takes to get through the hardest miles of a 200, including each and every one from Black Canyon City all the way to Heritage Square in Flagstaff. Andrea, welcome to Flagstaff Bound. So, Andrea,
How are you guys?
we are good. You've already finished Cocodona twice. You're running the Arizona Monster here soon. What the heck keeps bringing you back to Cocodona 250?
Oh man, that's a hard question. Um, it was my first 200. I love it so much. Meeting people like you guys out on the course. It's a beautiful course, and I think the main reason I keep going back is it's really hard. It's just really hard. And um, I don't know. It's a weird phenomenon. Like we truly love doing hard things, and it's a beautiful course. The people are amazing. Aravaipa never misses, and it's just a really hard course.
It's like Stockholm Syndrome.
Is that what you call it?
So you mentioned that Cocodona is hard. So what have you learned about this course that you wish you had known the first time?
It's different every time, but I would say on day one, not to rush it. I think it's easy for us to be so excited and also to feel like a little pressure, like I need to be at Crown King by a certain time. And I think just kind of looking back, it would just be enjoy that climb. Don't wish for it to be over, be present, and just don't rush it.
What about familiarity with the course? Like, for myself, I feel like there's comfort in knowing the course out there. Going back for year 4, like just knowing where I'm going to suffer. There's a certain level of comfort in that thought, even though it's still really daunting, just being familiar. Do you feel this way about Cocodona? Does it bring like a different kind of confidence?
No, absolutely not. It's it's still terrifying but exciting. And I'm kind of maybe just the opposite, Kevin. Like I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't know what coming down Mingus felt like. I wish I didn't know what the climb up Lane Mountain in the heat, in the exposure felt like. It's kind of more ignorance is bliss. So I wish I didn't know. Yeah.
So you know about all these challenging points. There's a number of them you just mentioned. So there's always these points in the race where, things get really hard. It might be Lane Mountain, early in the race. But how do you stay focused and, focused on the end goal when in the moment, it's so challenging?
I really just try to stay present and be in the mile that I'm in and not really think about the next mile. Like we're right here, right now. How beautiful is this view? How incredible is this terrain? I try to just think about how lucky we are. Like you're on the side of a mountain in this incredible desert with these amazing people. I mean, you really just have to remind yourself when it really hurts that this is what we came for. And we have arrived to the party. We are here and we're the lucky ones.
Yeah, it's so interesting because you're out there for so long, and it's such a mix of this like being hyper focused on the task at hand and the goal, and it's a long time to be focused. Like I did a 2-hour hike today where my goal was to hike really hard, like like no running, but like hiking as fast as I could, and to like be focused for 2 hours and working so hard towards something is really hard. And here you're going to do it for 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 hours. So it's this mix of like, yeah, like you're saying, like really staying present and focusing on the moment you're in, but also being,
Mhm.
zoned in on this goal at hand. And I think it's a really interesting mix of hyper focused and disassociation. No question. I think it's really fascinating. Um, so, you've run, I think you've got 4 200-mile finishes, if my count is correct, 4 or 5.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Four.
One of my favorite things about running these races is the culinary experiences we get to have. For you, what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten in a 200?
Um, I don't know if it's weird, but I remember during our first Cocodona coming across a little treat on the trail, and it was a gummy bear. And I was like, oh, something strawberry just sounds super delightful. And I picked it up out of the dirt. I brushed it off and, of course, popped it in my mouth. And it was not strawberry, it was cinnamon. And I think I was somewhat delusional because I was like upset that it wasn't strawberry. It was, so I don't know if that's weird, but I find that if we see a snack on the trail, no matter where it comes from, we're probably going to eat it.
All right. So imagine that Cocodona 250 is actually a video game and you're a playable character. As you're going through the course, what do you think that your power up would be that gives you some sort of a super ability?
Definitely every time we come across another runner. I mean, just human life out there sometimes is like, yes, a friend, and you might not know them before that encounter, but afterwards you're basically like brother and sister. And that would be the power up is just sharing miles with somebody else and just I mean, you guys know you could be out there and not see anyone, especially if you don't have a pacer and you're just kind of meandering through the wilderness and it's like, oh, a human, another person. So the cactus, they used to be your friends with their jazz hands. And now you get to talk to a person, a real person. So
Peter, I like the idea of a Cocodona 250 video game. You mentioned at one point building like an Oregon Trail style video game for ultra running, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. Like, instead of like getting dysentery or your wagon floating down the river, it could be like took a nap and couldn't fall asleep, or ate a strawberry gummy bear and it happened to be cinnamon flavored. Lose 10 minutes.
Yeah. If other people have any ideas for calamities,
Yeah.
tell me about it.
I'm trying to. It's maybe it's telling that I focus on the calamities and not the potential successes or power ups. All right, Andrea. When Peter and I first met you, it was on the training run that Aravaipa hosts for the Cocodona 250. We played a plethora of music that day from all sorts of genres. So I have to ask you, if you had a Cocodona theme song of your own that played like every time you entered an aid station, like a pitcher coming out in baseball or something, the song that plays when Andrea enters the room, what would it be?
Tina Turner was my hero growing up. I mean, like she had an insurance policy on her legs, her life story, everything. And I hear her music all the time. And it's definitely the remake of, I think it's CCR that made, Proud Mary. And it's like, keep on burning, wheels keep on turning. And it's like her power. I just, yeah, we're just gonna, big wheels keep on turning. Yeah, I think it'd be Tina Turner.
I like it. We,
Yeah.
we would also have accepted Chaperone Pink Pony Club, but we'll accept.
Oh, that's on repeat automatically. And of course, MC Hammer, Too Legit to Quit. That's with the big pants. Yeah, those are the weird songs that go through my head.
Love it.
But you guys had an amazing playlist, and yeah, Disney, Dre, and now Pink Pony Club.
Oh,
So,
it's been a staple this year. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a training camp a couple weeks ago where a bunch of us ran some miles together, and we pulled out the playlist for sure.
oh man, I saw that. I think we caught it on YouTube. Actually, Chad Bruce was like, videoing, and you could hear the Kevin playlist in the background, and you guys are like singing along. It was beautiful and amazing.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I haven't watched yet. I'm embarrassed.
it was great. It was great.
I do have to watch that. I got to get on the treadmill and spend some time on YouTube. All right,
Yeah.
Andrea, we've been asking this next set of questions to all our guests here on Flagstaff Bound. It's been really fun to see the different answers, especially from former Cocodona 250 finishers who are really familiar with the course. So heading into 2025, what section are you most looking forward to?
Day one. It's Lane Mountain, the climb, the suffering, the navigating. I love going up to Crown King.
And then what about the flip side of that? Is there any section that you're just dreading?
Mingus Mountain. The lasagna is amazing at Mingus Mountain, but then you have this descent that's forever long. And I love her, but she's brutal. And I cry.
Yeah, so I cry too. I've cried every year on the Mingus Descent, and there are like crazy people out there who are like the Mingus Descent and say it's not bad, and I need to know what they're smoking,
Yeah.
because I really can't win that descent. Last year I played basketball at the Mingus camp, like basketball court. So I got off to this really happy start at Mingus. I was like, oh, this is so fun. There's a video of that on the Distance to
Yes.
Empty. It's pinned on our reels. It's pretty funny to see someone who's 110 miles in dribbling a basketball and pretending they can play other sports. But yeah, still, as soon as I left, even though I was in a great mood, that descent kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough. I will say the views are so
Yeah,
beautiful that it can distract you, but the rocks on rocks on rocks, and we're just down and down in the quads and the toes, and I'm just like, are we there yet? Are we there? And I cry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we
it's
can
not
see.
the really steep part right out of Mingus. It's just the long road with endless
Yes.
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Are we there yet?
yeah. We will be at some point. Um,
Yes.
all right, Andrea. What shoes are you going to start this year's racing?
My go-to, it's the Hoka Speed Goat. Run Flagstaff, has it on file. Decide, I just pick out the color. I go in there to see Brandon. Those guys are amazing, but it's always the Hoka Speed Goat.
And
Yeah.
will you do the whole race in a single pair of shoes, or do you switch out between the multiple pairs?
I have changed shoes once, but generally I will go with the entire pair. But if I just feel like I need a color change or something like that, I'll change shoes. But I've only changed shoes one time.
That's
Yeah.
impressive. Yeah,
Is it?
I think so. I mean, I've done the races in a single pair before for sure, but I feel like I usually have at least one change. But yeah,
Like more for mental change, or is it actually help your feet?
I think it just sometimes feels good to put your shoes in, like your feet into something different, even if it's the same pair. It's just like a fresh pair. Like, so I think it is a bit
Hmm.
of mental of just like, okay, like it's a little treat.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I don't change clothes all that much or change socks, which some people find weird, but it's like a security blanket. So once I find something
yeah.
that's like loving me and I'm loving it, like let's just stay together and let's just go the whole distance.
I think there's a lot to be said for rolling with "don't fix what's not broken."
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm now erring on the side of less sock changes. It's like if it's working, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to mess with anything.
Yes. There's plenty of times I'll roll in and Jackie like wants to take my shoes and my socks and stuff off. I'm like, okay, let's take the shoes off, but the socks, we're not touching that. Let's don't look under, let's not see what's under there. Let's just let it be and keep on rolling.
So what's one outcome of Cocodona that's not tied to finishing or time or results or placement that would really make you proud of yourself?
I I feel like we're there. Just signing up for a third time, knowing what's ahead of us. I truly believe that starting is one of the hardest parts. So it's like just registering is so hard. Starting is so hard. And that's a special gift to even get to start healthy. Um, I, I'm already just really proud of the fact that our team is ready to go for a third time in this really crazy situation in front of us. And it's always a win when you could just be out there, and the race is growing so fast. I think it's exciting too, just to meet people like this is their first 200. And I remember, Kevin, when I met you at that training, right? You're like, why would you choose Cocodona 250? Like, there's other 200s. Why did you choose this one? So at the same time, I'm fascinated with people that Cocodona is their first 200, and I want to meet those people, and I want to share miles with those people and talk to them like, what brought you here? You know, I think that's exciting, and that'll be a big win, just meeting those people.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really great answer, and I think you're right. Like it's hard to sign up when you know what you're in for. You know, it's easier to sign up when it's the great unknown. But man,
Yes.
we are all too familiar with what it lies in front of us here.
Yes.
All right, Andrea, last question we have for you. We asked our friends over at ChatGPT how many steps it would take you to get from Black Canyon City to Flagstaff along the Cocodona 250 course. We've had answers ranging over quite a spectrum. Do you care to venture a guess?
Well, generally, isn't it like 10,000 steps is 5 miles? So maybe 500,000. That's crazy. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the answer, but it's a lot.
I mean, you nailed the answer. It's 500,000 steps to Flagstaff.
I wish I didn't know. Like you said, ignorance is bliss, but here we go.
Well, we do not apologize for enlightening to you to how many steps there are. We are happy to have let you know.
500,000. Let's go.
Let's go. Andrea, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, Cocodona 250 will kick off on Monday, May 5th at 5 a.m. Pacific time. You'll be able to catch all the action live on the Mountain Outpost YouTube channel. The incredible team over at Aravaipa Running will be bringing you nonstop race coverage around the clock. Don't forget to also follow Cocodona 250 on all social media channels. There will be more content there, behind-the-scenes footage. If you've been enjoying this series, Flagstaff Bound, it is brought to you by Peter and myself, hosts of the Distance to Empty podcast, where we bring you 200-plus mile race-focused episodes each week. We are the only podcast fully dedicated to the 200-plus mile distance, and we would really love for you to check us out. Give us a follow, leave us a review. Andrea, where can people follow your 2025 Cocodona 250 journey?
We're definitely going to be posting on TikTok, our TikTok channel, Instagram, as always, in the stories. Just trying to keep everybody posted on how fun and amazing this race really is.
It really is. Thank you so much. We can't wait to see you here in a couple of weeks in Arizona for the Monster and then again for Cocodona 250.
Let's do it.